After a game that went from pitcher's duel to slugfest in a New York minute and then ended with a New York thud. 3-2 the final, Carolina over the Rangers. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios, John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, and Steve Valiquette. And is that not quintessential Carolina, right? Stick around, take a long time to do what they want to do, and then all of a sudden, 3 against Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah, they played a really strong game. We were sitting here after 2 and talking about the positioning from the defense in New York zone. And they didn't give Carolina a lot of space in the middle to create big chances. But in the third, coming off of kind of a poor decision-making, they exposed themselves in the middle, and that cost them the game.
Yeah, Steve, we sat here and we thought about, okay, should we start looking up the last time the Rangers had 3 straight shutouts? Yeah. It was last year, by the way. Then we get 3 goals in 49 seconds, including 2 by Carolina.
Well, you wonder if the Rangers were just spent too much time in their zone. They were pretty fatigued by the time the third period comes around. It's a lot harder to defend than it is to be on offense, and the Rangers did spend a lot of time in the second period in their zone. Now, when you look at this goal, you have to look closely at Kakko, because to me, that's a slew foot. And that's something the referee misses here, and it certainly costs the Rangers, especially with this much time going in the game. Kakko has the puck initially. Take a look at Lindgren here, and Kakko's left skate, it takes Lindgren from behind. You know, this throws everything out of order because now Lindgren's out of play. 3 players look to me at the front of the net, go to 1, and Teravainen is wide open. And to me, it's usually the weak side winger that has to have weak side post. But look, a big part of that you can't miss there is the call. And I'm not the first one to be out here and talk about the refs, but I don't like the missed slew foot.
And, you know, we talked about it in the second period. You didn't see, though, many situations where you had 2 guys go to 1 guy. We talked about how well they were organized in their own end, even though being pushed back. But again, a few times in the third that happened, and probably to your point, Carolina kept coming over 60 minutes. They kind of wore the Rangers down a little bit, and sooner or later, you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, and the loss ends a Rangers 4-game winning streak. It ends a Rangers 7-game point streak. Playing with the lead, the Rangers had grown very used to that. They went more than 181 minutes with the lead without giving up a goal before they finally surrendered one in the second half of the third period, and that sparked a string of 3 in 49.
Well, I think what's interesting about this game to me is that Teravainen was the only top 6 forward that scored a goal in this game. And Chatfield begins it in the third period for Carolina, but he's a bottom pair defenseman. And you don't expect him to really have that deception on his shot that would make Shesterkin lose his angle. Kakko is a third-line player, and he does what he has to do right now, which is get to the middle, and then off of a broken play, find the back of the net. And he does that, so he's excited. And then Nason, who is also a third-line player, he's able to find himself all alone in front because Miller drifts off to the corner too much. It's a few small mistakes here by a game and a team. To me, Carolina, they all play the same way. They look like third liners just turning it over. They don't really have the high-end talent, with the exception of Aho, now that they do have Svechnikov and Pacioretty out. So you have it, they're heavy to deal with, but I don't know if they have enough talent to really...
I think that would be the big questions in the playoffs. Will they have enough star power to push themselves past the first, second round? Because they're always a hardworking team, and you're going to win a lot of games through 82 games by working hard. But in the playoffs, everybody's going to work hard every game, so you're going to need something more. And watching that team over the years now, you know, that's what I'm missing, watching them play. They're again, structure, great, working hard, great, but just those guys breaking the pattern a little bit, do something that you don't expect. That's where I feel like the Rangers have a huge advantage, because they have so many guys that can break the pattern and do something when the game is on the line.
On this night, it was enough. Freddie Andersen made 28 saves. The Rangers had the lead for more than 33 minutes into midway through the third, and that was because with 3 minutes left in the first period, Tyler Motte scored a goal, his third in the last 4 games for the Rangers. We're going to go inside the film room powered by CDW-HP. Steve, how did it happen?
Well, we talked in the pregame about how Carolina can be susceptible to breakaways or rebounds that get in behind them. This one in particular, it's more like a forecheck off of a lost face-off for the Rangers, but it's the right idea because you have to be aggressive and match Carolina's aggressiveness to be able to get scoring opportunities. And when Gaudreau and Motte get together here, they're able to get in behind Carolina because in most cases they're ready to jump right here, and then you finish a play. So for Motte, being able to score his third as a Ranger in the short time that he's been back, I mean, this is a great fourth line. It's a deep lineup. At the end of the night, you're kind of surprised that just none of the game breakers were able to be game breakers for the Rangers in this one. Nobody really got through. I don't think Freddie Anderson was really tested that much in this game either, Hank.
No, the Rangers did not have many quality chances, but watching that play, for example, face-offs, another thing that's going to be crucial in the playoffs. You can see that Carolina, they want to go, so they win the face-off, and they expect to have the puck. And when he fumbles it, they have nobody in front of the net. So it's so important to, yes, you have a certain plan when you win the face-off, but you also need to react to what's happening, right? So you always need to keep someone in front to cover that in case there's a bad bounce or a mistake. There's something you learn from, and face-off is definitely something you talk about a lot going into playoffs. Plays like that can decide a series.
Well, the Rangers had hoped to cut the division deficit to 4. Instead, it ends 8 on this night.